What's up, everyone? It's AGX Comics here, back with another video. This one I'm going to go over just a haul of comic books. It's not really that big, but these are comic books I'm going to be doing like, almost like a read along to in future videos. They'll be dedicated just solely per the comics that I purchased. I'm going to read them and basically give you guys an insight, and like all the pictures will be done from the book I have, kind of like an archival kind of thing on my part, just because in the past I've lost a lot of comics before. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea and maybe something that would be interesting on your guys' part as well. But without further ado, let's talk about the comics that I picked up. Not a big one, not a big haul in terms of quantity, but I think quality is definitely here on these books. So, first up, we have the Super Friends #1 from 1976. It is the first appearance of Wonder Dog. And it's just an awesome cover. Like, I love this cover. You got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Penguin. There's just so many. The cover just pops. Obviously, it's a classic. As far as the condition of the book that I got it in, right? I got it in, I would say, definitely a fair condition. I am by no means a grader at all, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt when it comes to that. But I would say that this book is fair condition, not great, but still definitely excited to have it. And this will probably be the first video I do with a read through, just because I thought it was a cool one to start off with. So for the next book that we have here is actually the DC Special number 29 from 1977. The reason why I picked this one up was just because I've really never seen like a cover quite like this. I First of all, you got Superman fighting Nazis. I mean, what's cooler than that, right? And there's like, this giant bomb that's coming through. You got Batman. The only thing about the book that I picked up is it looks like the Batman's like the color scaling's a little whacked, and obviously on the there's some spine ticks, and then there's some discoloration on the actual like side, like almost on the spine. It's very hard to see, but if you look to the left side of the book, you can kind of start seeing where it's like a lot of the inking is kind of getting like like almost smudged. But you got the Flash, you got like it's just such a cool book, and I thought the cover was really cool. And you don't see people like that like on the cover. I mean, it just looks like an iconic like cover, like we're basically taking down the Nazis, and I just thought it was a really cool book to pick up, and this one's gonna be a fun one to read for sure. I have not read it yet. The Super Friends one I did read. I just got to release that video, but this one will be pretty cool as well to cover. But other than that, as far as the book's condition, this one is definitely not as good as the Super Friends #1. That's for sure. But I mean, the cover just the cover's colors kind of pop, so it was definitely cool and something that I was like, oh yeah, I will definitely pick this one up. I thought it was a cool find. Okay, next up we got Shazam #7 from 1973. This one, so the actual character of Shazam, I like again, I am no like comic historian. I am definitely getting back into everything. And this one I could definitely say I wouldn't have had the appreciation without actually how DC's been recently with the character in the movies, and then obviously the relaunch with Dawn of DC. I'm finding myself liking this character more and more and more, and just the kind of the origins of the character as well is really cool and interesting. So I didn't have anything. I mean, all I have is like the literally the Shazam like 1 and 2 from Dawn of DC I picked up. Um, and obviously seeing films and the adaptation there was obviously something that really played a big part in why I like this character so much. But with that being said, I seen the opportunity of this book there, and it was for a nice price, so I had to jump on it. I had to, because I was like, oh, and I know it's not like necessarily like a key or anything like that, but I do just like collecting just solely on basically the character and cool cover art here. This book is definitely in not the best condition. That's for sure. You can see that the white has been the the white background of the book is definitely like a little bit stained, and it maybe has, yeah, I'm just kind of glancing at it right now. But nevertheless, still a cool book, and I am definitely psyched that I got it for sure. And last up for this week's haul, or these last few weeks, a book that, like, first of all, one of the characters that really got me into Marvel Comics when I first started reading like 7, 8 years ago. It was obviously Deadpool. It's definitely a fan favorite of a lot of people for sure. But and I know his print runs are pretty high, so it's like these books aren't necessarily like super rare or whatever. But like for me to actually have something of note in my collection, especially because I had to restart my collection from nothing, and literally these are the first books that I like, big books that I have recently added to what I have left that I did not lose. So obviously, this is X Force number 2 from 1991, and this is the second appearance of Deadpool. And let me tell you, I am so hyped to get this one. I seen it and I literally like was like a kid on Christmas morning. Like I was like, I don't even care the price. Like I am buying this book. And the cover is just so cool. I think it's just such a dope cover and like it just pops. Obviously, that there is some damage on the book for sure. A little bit in the blue and the actual word "the" in the bottom is a little bit like it's a little bit torn up. Not really any spine ticks. I mean, there might be one really tiny one. But other than that, it was pretty good. And I opened up this book too, just kind of like flipping through the pages, and it looks so crisp. So I don't know. I think it'll be a really cool one to go over, especially because I am a big Deadpool fan. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the week. So if you could do me a huge favor and please like, subscribe, and comment below, especially what do you think about these books? Do you guys have these books? Do you think these books are just total crap? I don't know. Let me hear your opinion. I love to chat about it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing like almost like a read along series to some of the older books that I collect throughout the way. Just because that way I get to read it, put it out, and show the exact like page by page of the book that I have. Like it won't be something that I find online. It will be the exact pictures of these books. And that is either worse for wear or not, so bear with it. I just think it was a cool concept because that way I also get to archive what I have, right, in case of I lose things again. So, with that being said, thank you guys for listening. And yeah, read those comics and subscribe.